Hello everybody, this is Bob here, and welcome to race number 9 of the 2020-21 NROL Skittles Cup Series. This is the Doritos 500 at Five Flags Speedway. What has been an interesting season so far has come to the first short track race of the season. After what we saw in the truck race yesterday, this event shouldn't disappoint. Just like yesterday, only a limited number of drivers can race in the main event, so some drivers will have to go home early. In this case, 31 drivers will start in the main event. If you didn't see the truck race yesterday, here's the event format. We'll start with 4 heat races. The top 5 finishers in each heat will fast track to the A main, and everyone else will have to go to the B main. The winner of each heat race will earn 5 championship points. Once the B main is set, the top 11 finishers in that race will advance to the A main, and the winner of that race will earn 3 championship points. Then the main event will commence. So that being said, let's begin. Here we go for heat race number 1 at Five Flags Speedway for the Cup Series. Now let's give you a starting grid for this one. So on the pool for this one is Bob, alongside him second is Denny Hamlin, third is Alex Bowman, fourth is Percy, fifth is Clint Boyer, sixth is Nia, seventh is Tyler Reddick, eighth is Eric Jones, ninth is Kevin Harvick, 10th is Bud Wallace, 11th is Zerber, and 12th is Mommy. Alright. So first heat race for the Cup Series, so everyone's going to get a shot to race tonight. Yeah, usually on most weekends we got too many competitors to fit on one track. However, tonight everyone will get a shot to at least race and show what they're made of. Show how fast they are, or if they're not so fast. As we did with the Truck Series yesterday. And now it's the Cup Series' turn to race. I think the volume might be a little bit too high in the game. And green flag is in the air for race number 1 at Five Flags Speedway. Bob getting out to a bit of a lead now already. Yep, he's already going very low. Yep, there he goes out to the lead already. Well, Alex Bowman looking pretty low. But Bowman gets out to a commanding lead. Alex Bowman really trying to save his season now, running second in the heat race. Yeah, Alex Bowman pulling away. Impressive stuff from him. Now the battle is for third now between Nia and Denny Hamlin. Nia, she's been pretty good in these heat races. Well, I say pretty good in these races. You know, she was good last year in the Seekonk heats, although now with heat races being a lot more of a thing this season, we're going to see how she does this year. Alright, so Denny Hamlin, or Tyler Reddick, now in the final transfer spot. So Tyler Reddick, the rookie, now saved to make it into the A main. Denny Hamlin, though, he's stuck high. Now he's in the final transfer. Actually, Denny Hamlin in a very dangerous spot right now. He doesn't get moved on. He's gonna have to go to the B main. But if he can stay ahead of Percy, though, he will still make it. Yeah. So Percy, the first driver out of the thing, as I forget to bring up the graphic. I do apologize for that. Anyway, Denny Hamlin, the last driver in the A main, or to make the A main. But he's got a bit of a pretty stacked top 5. We've got Bob, who recently won at Circuit of the Americas only 2 races ago. And he's about to win the first heat race of the night. And Denny Hamlin, now in the final transfer spot, he's getting a bit of a gap on Percy Serp. So Denny Hamlin might be safe. Meanwhile, back here there's a bit of battling. Oh, Stewart's teammates getting into each other. Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick. Both these guys are outside the transfer spot, so they're in a very dangerous position to not make the A main. I mean, they can still make the A main if they do well enough in the B main, but I don't know. I think the best way to go about this is to lock yourself into the A main as soon as possible. And the best way to do that is to finish top 5 in the heat races. These guys, however, are not in the top 5. And their teammate, Eric Almirola, just won the last race at Texas World Speedway. And I've got two Doritos cars which are just floundering around below the top 5. Even though still safe. That was a very Jones, however, who is another Jones driver who happens to not be as safe. And Eric Jones, he's actually had a slightly better season than we expected, but not looking too good in this race. Running 7th all by himself. Unless something happens, he's got no chance of making the A main. Of course, you have your back markers, who are really not that fast. 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. And Froito Baldwin, who remains in the lead. White flag, 1 lap to go in heat race number 1. Froito Baldwin spoiling that Acela 1 car for the first time of the season. Yes, the Acela 1 car will still be used for as long as the Acela 1 is still in service. And it's going to go to victory lane today as Froito Baldwin will win heat race number 1 at Five Flag Speedway. And Denny Hamlin did not look back after overtaking Percy Serp, and Denny Hamlin will make the final transfer spot and go straight to the A main. So look at your finishing standings. So Froito Baldwin wins the race with Alex Bowman McConnell 2nd, Nia 3rd, Tyler Reddick 4th, and Denny Hamlin around the top 5. So all those guys are safe to go into the A main. However, Percy coming up 6th, Eric Jones 7th, Clem Boyer 8th, Kevin Harvick 9th, Mommy 10th, Durper 11th, and Bud Walls 12th and last. All 6 of those guys, they're going to have to go for, or no, the 7 guys, whatever. They're going to have to go to the B main now. So we'll have to see how those guys do in that race. But in the meantime, let's bring on heat race number 2. And here we go for heat race number 2 at Five Flag Speedway. So after a rather interesting first heat race, this one should be interesting as well. Starting on the pole for this one is Kurt Busch. Alongside 2nd is Ryan Preece. 3rd is Bank Coaches. 4th is Tim Tom. 5th is Martin Jr. 6th is Oliver. 7th is Joe Logano. 8th is Rebecca. 9th is Brian Blaney. 10th is the Real Xbox Nerd. 11th is Mr. Light's brother. And 12th is Reed Sorensen. Engine's firing up. Alright. So race number 1 kind of settled down after a little while. So we'll see if this one is much the same or a little bit more chaotic. Well, it's got Bank Coachins in this one who finally got a decent finish at Texas World Speedway. Let's see if we can build on that momentum for this race. Well, it's got both 22 cars in the race of Nia and Logano, and green flag is in the air for race number 2. Kurt Busch is both trying to get out to the lead. He actually had quite a lot of laps at Texas World Speedway, so maybe he can build on that momentum for today. And so now he's trying to pull away side by side. Well, side by side for second, as Ryan Preece and Tim Tom now doing battle. And Ryan Preece, the rookie, battling what someone has been in the sport for a long time. The top 5 now pulling away. Is now over the race for 5th position. This goes between Bank Coaches and Martin Truex Jr. As Bank Coaches now just in the final transfer spot, but he is staying on the outside line, trying to stay in front of Rebecca, which isn't too hard for him. As long as Bank Coaches just stays with Martin Truex Jr., he doesn't got much to worry about. Looks like he's about to clear Rebecca. Yes. And Rebecca, she's another one trying to save her season. She's been getting a number of decent finishes as of recent, so let's see if she can keep the momentum going to this one. Well, right now she's not in a safe spot. She needs to pass Bank Coaches to make it into the final transfer spot. Also, it happens that both YouTube Poop Motorsports teammates happen to be in this race, Bank Coaches and the Real Xbox Nerd. However, Real Xbox Nerd nowhere near the final transfer spot. And Bank Coaches, however, is in that spot. So he wants to go straight to the A main. And Kurt Busch is leading a number of laps. Kurt Busch most likely just wants to keep up that momentum from Texas World Speedway. Because he was leading that race. He led for a number of laps, and some people thought he was going to win. And then the pit road disaster happened, and that all went out the window. So Kurt Busch wants to rebound today. Ryan Preece going pretty low on the track. He's not really battling anyone. Oh, Rebecca trying to look low on bank coaches. May Rebecca trying to see if she can steal that spot from bank coaches and get to the final transfer spot. She's gonna have to hustle though. Oh, bank coaches goes high. That means Rebecca is gonna attempt to go low. 5 laps to go. 5 more chances for Rebecca to get around bank coaches and make it to the final transfer spot. Ryan Blaney, another crucial driver. He's your points leader. Well, was your points leader for a bit, but he's now outside the final transfer spot. That's quite a gap though between Oliver and these guys here. These guys here, it looks like they're just having their own race now, although it's not going to mean anything because they're going to have to go to the B main anyways. Neil Becker, she is running out of time to overtake Bank Hokies to get into that final transfer spot. 2 laps to go. Only 2 more chances for Rebecca to do something. Man, it seems like she just can't keep up with bank coaches. 1 lap to go. 1 more chance for Rebecca to overtake bank coaches. And it looks like she's not going to do it in time. Hey, Kurt Busch comes off of turn number 2 and will win heat race number 2 at Five Flags Speedway. And actually, just happens that the 2 number 1 cars finished 1-2. That means Kurt Busch and Tim Tom. So the 2 number 1s in the series finishing 1-2, not something you see every day. And Bank Coaches, being number 5 car, finishes the number 5 spot and will make the final transfer spot and make it into the A main. Unfortunately for his teammate, however, the Real Xbox Nerd did pretty poor in this race. He's now gonna have to go to the B main. So your finishing grid for this one is Kurt Busch will come in with 1, with Tim Tom coming out 2nd, Ryan Preece 3rd, Martin Jr. 4th, and Bank Coaches around the top 5, so they're going to go to the A-main. And you have Rebecca in 6th, Ryan Blaney 7th, Oliver 8th, Reed Swords in 9th, Real Xbox Nerd 10th, Julie going 11th, Amos Lace Butler in 12th, who will go to the B-main and will have to do something from there. Yeah, so that was another interesting heat race. Let's bring on heat race number 3. Here we go for race number 3. So let's give you a starting grid for this one. Starting the pole for this one is Duck. Alongside him, 2nd is his teammate Douglas. 3rd is Chase Elliott. 4th is Chris Buescher. 5th is Eric Almirola. 6th is Dave 6. 7th is Gridron. 8th is Jimmy Johnson. 9th is Ryan Newman. 10th is Christopher Bell. 11th is Miss Letty. And 12th is Garrett Smithley. Yes. You may remember Garrett Smithley from last year. He actually raced in the Cup Series on occasion for Starcom Racing back last season when they had multiple drivers driving for that team. And Garrett Smithley was also a competitor for the title. Not really. I use the word competitor very loosely, but he also raced in the Siemens National Series last year. This year, however, a 9th race of the season, make his first start of the year for Spire Motorsports in a sponsorless number 77. Anyway, it'll soon be time to do battle. You're doing battle starting right now, and green flag is in the air for heat race number 3. Doug already getting out to commanding lead. This seems to be a regular thing where the leader just gets out to a bit of a lead now, as Doug is now getting ahead, and his teammate Douglas trying to keep up with him as well. So is Motorsports 2. They've done some interesting things this year. They've already won a race, and they've also done some things here and there as well. Chase Elliott, though, has actually won a race this year and now running in 3rd in a very good spot right now. And Chase Elliott looks like he's going to clear Douglas in just a bit. And then Douglas staying with him. No, Douglas is going to just tuck him behind him for the time being, but that's okay because Douglas is in a safe spot. Eric Almirola as well, also in a safe spot. And actually, now this time the number 10 cars are going at each other. And actually, he might try to go inside Douglas here. Ooh, not quite. As Jimmy Johnson now is trying to put the power down. Jimmy Johnson now in a side-by-side battle with Chris Buescher. Jimmy Johnson's retirement year now trying to at least do something impressive as he is very late in his career. And it looks like he's going to make it past Chris Buescher successfully. In fact, both the Roush guys happen to be in this race as well. Both Roush guys of Chris Buescher and Ryan Newman. But Jimmy Johnson, however, is now in the final transfer spot. So Jimmy Johnson, a very safe spot. I'm sure all the Jimmy fans will be happy about this one. Meanwhile, now for first and second, for third and fourth, the two number 10 cars are battling each other. Being Douglas, the Stoa Motorsports 2 driver, and Eric Garmola, Stuart Haas driver. Now sticking with each other. However, Duck is now pulling out to a bit of a lead here in this third heat race. So Duck at least want to score something today. But Jimmy Johnson, who's not the best driver, is now actually running in fifth and actually pulling away with the rest of the top 5 away from the field. And now both the Roush guys of Ryan Newman and Chris Buescher are falling away. Yep, so Chris Buescher, he's actually been pretty good this year. Although, if he doesn't make haste now, he might not make the A-main, and that's really going to hurt him in points. So Chris Buescher, the best time for him is now to get up as high as he can. But it doesn't look like he's going to make the final transfer spot in this race. Nice, he's too far away now. Jimmy Johnson doing really well in this one. Now just pulling away. He's in the final transfer spot, so he doesn't need to do anything more. He is good where he is now. And actually, he has to be teammates with Chase Elliott, who is also in the final transfer. Duck sounds like he scraped the inside wall. You guys may have noticed they go really deep to that inside wall and going to turn number 1. And Duck looks like he actually scraped the wall. Not going to be much for him though, as he's still in the lead. He's in the best spot he can be right now. And he might even score some bonus points for winning this race. Also be a very small points bonus, but it'll be a very small points bonus, but it'll be something. As Duck continues to lead with just 3 laps to go. Two laps to go this time by. Ryan Newman, he's trying to keep up with Jimmy Johnson, but it might be too late in the game for him to keep up. Yeah, I think Ryan Newman has just got to sell for the B main. White flag well out to go. Duck, Great Western Engine starting the pole, and he never looked back. And now as he goes through the final corner, here he comes off of turn number 4, and Duck, the Great Western Engine, will win heat race number 3 at Five Flags Speedway. And there you have it, a very interesting top 5. Jimmy Johnson looked like he wasn't really going to make this race, but he does it. Makes top 5. That's all he had to do. So your standings for this one is Doug coming with the win, with Chase Elliott coming with second, Douglas third, Eric Garmola fourth, and Jimmy Johnson coming on with the top 5. Eric Garmola already building on the momentum that he got from Texas World Speedway. That's going to be very good for him. However, Ryan Newman coming with 6th, Chris Buescher 7th, James 6th, 8th, Christian Bell 9th, Virgin 10th, Mitchell 11th, and Garrett Smidley in 12th. Those guys will have to set up for the B main and see what they can do there. But that is all for race number 3. Now it's time to bring on the 4th and final heat race coming up next. Here we go for heat race number 4 in today's event, and because of the backtrack now, because I messed up the starting, but that's with that said, we started good for this one. So Donald is on the pole for this one. Alongside second is Matt DiBedeno. Third is Kyle Busch. Fourth is Brad Keselowski. Fifth is William Byron. Sixth is Kyle Larson. Seventh is Russell David. Eighth is Cole Custer. Ninth is Austin Dillon. 10th is Brady Sells Jr. And 11th is Quentin Houff. This feels already rolling because I messed up the fast forwarding thing at the beginning, but that's okay. We're here now. Alright, so quite a few rookies in this one, actually. And green flag is in the air once again for heat race number 4. Donald already pulling up to a commanding lead in the field. That's going pretty crazy. As Matt Benedetto is sticking with them. William Byron. Everyone going nuts at the start of this race. And Matt Benedetto's actually lost a couple spots already. He was starting in second. Then in quite a dangerous position. Russell David trying to keep up with these guys as well. In fact, Russell David has not had any luck this year. So he's going to try to change that today. Now trying to pass Matt Benedetto to get himself into the final transfer spot. And actually, I think he already is in the final transfer spot. Yeah, actually, if he can pass Matt Benedetto here, he'll be safer than ever. So Russell David trying to keep up. And actually, for the third time tonight, we've seen similar numbers. We've got the 24 car of William Byron and the number 124 of Russell David, who's right behind him. And the field now starting to settle down for lead, or for in general. So Donald now leads with Kyle Busch in second. William Byron out to a comfortable lead. And actually, although Russell David, he may be in fourth right now, but they are battling quite a bit for fifth. For the final race, actually now it's between Matt Benedetto and Brad Keselowski. Brad, who has already won a race season, looks like he's going to overtake his teammate-in-law of Matt Benedetto and take the final track spot away from him. Yeah, no teammates today. Even though Matt Benedetto has that Team Penske chassis, Brad Keselowski now into the final transfer spot. Brad Keselowski, having already won a race earlier this year, wants to keep the momentum going. And he's now safe into the top 5. And now Russell David, who has had a it's not a good season so far at all for Russell David. Not the season that we were expecting. But now he is in a safe position to make it into the A main. So Russell David trying to turn his season around. All it might have to do with an all-new paint scheme. Russell David debuting the Sprite Cranberry car for this race, so maybe a new paint scheme will mean better results. As for the meantime, however, Donald continues to lead with Kyle Busch behind him. Kyle Busch hasn't been the most successful driver this year, but still early on in the season. Early on considering, I mean, we're almost at the double digits as far as Skittles Cup Series races. But Kyle Busch, and he might be trying to keep up with Donald, although Kyle Busch really doesn't have to. I mean, Kyle Busch though, maybe he just wants those bonus points. Because even if you win a heat race, it'll still mean something. I think Kyle Busch actually, I don't know if it's an illusion or if he's actually keeping up with or catching up to Douglas or Donald. I mean, I think he is actually. We might see an overtake for the lead soon. And I didn't go to the gap that much though. Yeah, this is not enough laps. Oh, that's okay, because he's gonna, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he's gonna make it to the A main, where he'll have plenty of time to make it to the front. I gained another 0.2 seconds on Douglas, or Donald. Yeah, I do apologize. Donald goes high. White flag, one more lap to go. Donald made a bit of a mistake. Kyle Busch trying to capitalize. Oh no, he lost ground actually. Yeah, Kyle Busch, you have to stop for a second. So Donald will come up for turn number 4 to win heat race number 4 at Five Flag Speedway. And Donald becoming one of 2 Solis Motorsports drivers to win a heat race tonight. One of 2 Solis Motorsports 2 drivers, I mean. And Brad Keselowski never looked back. He is going to make the final transfer spot. And actually, Matt Benedetto lost quite a lot of spots. Wow. He was up in a second, and now he finishes last. He lost to the Starcom guy of Quinn Half. I wonder how that happened. Well, anyway, let's give you your first thing. So Don coming home with the win in this heat race. Kyle Busch coming in second. William Byron third. Russell David fourth, and Brad Keselowski all rounding out the top 5. However, behind them is also still coming in 6th. Kyle Larson 7th, Quinn Half 8th, Reese Jones 9th, Cole Custer 10th, and Matt Benedetto coming in 11th. So those guys just weren't good enough, so they're gonna have to settle for the B main. However, the guys top 5 will fast track to the A main, and we'll see how they do in that race. However, speaking of the B main, it is time to bring that on. So let's do it. And here we go. It is time for the B main. We've set the B main. All the guys who finished below the top 5. This is essentially the race for losers, but they will at least have one final shot to make it into the main event. So let's give you your starting grid for this particular race. So starting the pole for this one is the Real Xbox Nerd. Alongside my second is Ryan Blaney. Third is Cole Custer. Fourth is Gridrin. Fifth is Clint Boyer. Sixth is Chris Busher. Seventh is Christopher Bell. Eighth is Percy Zerp. Ninth is Oliver. 10th is Matt DiBenedetto. 11th is Eric Jones. 12th is Joe Legal. 13th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 14th is Rebecca. 15th is Kevin Harvick. 16th is Kyle Larson. 17th is Austin Dillon. 18th is 18th is Bud Wallace. 19th is Brian Newman. 20th is Danger 6. 21st is Mommy. 22nd is Mr. Lighty's brother. 23rd is Derper. 24th is Mr. Lighty. 25th is Quinn Half. 26th is Garrett Smithley. And 27th and last is Reed Sorensen. So these guys back here, these are the usual back markers. You know, although it's interesting now to see them all in one single race. Although it's not really a big one. It's really somewhat of a last chance qualifier, if you know what I mean. So yes, all the guys that didn't make the B main through the heat races all grouped up in one race. Although 11 of these drivers will still make it onto the A main. The only question is, which of these 11 drivers will make it? Well, we're about to find out. And green flag is in the air when the B main is underway at Five Flags Speedway. And the Real Xbox Nerd getting out to a bit of a lead. It seems the leader here at Five Flags always gets out in front at the beginning. Cole Custer's going low. Yes. Alright, Cole Custer up to second, and front runner's starting to pull away now, or at least trying to get out there. Clint Boyer putting down the power. I think Enrique NROL was actually the only Stuart Haas car that actually made it through the heats. All the other three, though, having to sell for this one. Maybe that's why the guys might still not make it to the A main. But Clint Boyer, though, in a pretty safe spot. Now as the building side-by-side battle for fourth now between Percy Zerp and Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is actually quite high in the point standings. He actually had the point standings for a little while, but then the disaster of the race that was the race at Texas World Speedway happened, and then he just lost a few spots. So Ryan Blaney trying to rebound. Alright, but going side by side with Percy Zerp. Still actually in a bit of a safe spot to make it to the A main. Although Oliver, he wants to one up him. Although as long as you're in the top 11, doesn't really matter where you finish. You just finish in the top 11 to make it. Otherwise just finish as high as you can and score some points. Cause this is still a bit of a points race. And even if you finish outside the top 11, you might still score some points today. Alright, so the Real Xbox Nerd now pulling out to a bit of a lead. Yeah, so the Real Xbox Nerd, after he couldn't quite seal the deal in the heat race, he might just do it in this one. And this is actually kind of a similar style as to what happened at last season's Seahawks Speedway. The Real Xbox Nerd, he didn't make it through the A main through the heat races, so he had to go to the B main, and then he did good in the B main that one and made the main event. Looks like he might have to. Well, it looks like he's gonna do that again tonight. So let's see the final transfer spot. So now it's actually battle between Bubba Wallace and Chris Busher. So these two now are going at it with each other for the final transfer spot. These guys are actually pretty competitive. He's gonna have the line here. Yeah, Bubba Wallace Now in the final transfer spot, as he's battling with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Stenhouse, he was actually pretty high in the point standings, although he's gonna lose a few spots in the standings if he doesn't get moving. Christian Bell as well. Bell's season hasn't been the best ever since the season opener. As everyone up here is doing their thing now. Kevin Harvick, who somehow didn't make it through to the A main through the heat races, so now he's here. Running 10th, so just one spot above the final transfer spot, which isn't that bad. And Chris Buescher actually continuing to lose spots. He's actually lost a spot now to Dangerous Hicks. So Bubba Wallace, sitting in 11th. I haven't really talked about Bubba Wallace that much this year. Or this season. I mean, he wasn't really that good last year. He hasn't been that good this year either. But here he is, now running in 11th. And he's about to impress and make the final transfer spot. Seeing Bub on the main race is going to be pretty cool. As the field now settling down a bit. A lot of these guys here are going at it. Here's Gridrin. He might try to make an overtake on Eric Jones. And he went a bit low there on the racetrack. And actually, Rebecca trying to go to his outside. That's a bit back here. Eric Jones might try to find a way around, oops, I made all the wrong buttons. As the Gridrin actually trying to stay ahead of Rebecca, but Rebecca, though, not giving up. She wants to stay with her teammate. Yeah, the Soas Motorsports 1 team hasn't been the best today. Only 2 out of their 5 cars actually made it to the A main. The other 3, they all happen to be within the top 11 though, so they're still all gonna make it. Actually, I think every single Soas Motorsports driver is gonna be in the A main, because because 3 out of the 4 Soas Motorsports 2 drivers actually made it in through the heat races. Oliver, however, was the one driver that didn't make it, but he is in a safe spot. So as long as Oliver stays up here, he will still be in the A main. So yeah. So it looks like, despite what the events of today, not one Soas Motorsports driver will be left out. Back here, Christopher Bell. Chris Bell, the rookie, might be trying to get around Bubba Wallace. So we could see a battle for the final transfer spot in a little bit. As Christopher Bell, the first driver outside the final transfer spot. Let's see if he can keep up with Bubba Wallace. So it feels fair for the top 3. These guys are pretty close to each other. Probably went very close against that wall there. Oh, Eric Jones going to blaze outside. This could be an overtake. Guess the drivers trying to have a little fun. Oh, they don't want to do anything too risky. Oh! Someone spun. And the caution is out in the B main. Wow. First time we've seen that, but a caution has come out in the middle of the B main. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Actually, some of the field's gonna pit. In fact, I think all the field's gonna pit this race. Maybe a short race, but tires do wear out kind of quickly here. So let's actually see what brought the conks in the B main. And I didn't see that coming. That didn't even happen in the Truck Series race. But it looks like the Riff Raff got a little bit too upset with each other and had a collision. Yeah, it looks like it was actually a collision between the slowest of the slowest. Yeah, Quinn Half looks like he was trying to do his thing, and then he just gets into it with Garrett Smith, and they both get into the wall. Smash! Wow. Wow. So these two, I think, were actually, yeah, these two guys were battling for second to last. So you have Quinn Half, who's running in last in this race. He just goes low, but then he gets into Garrett Smithley and just takes him out. Wow. Man, Quinn Half, I guess, wanted to bring some drama to this race because he's so slow. I guess he realized he had absolutely no chance of making it to the A main, so he just wanted to just... I mean, it changes nothing. I mean, no, neither of those guys are even going to score any points because they're so far back. Alright, so the rest of the field, we're going to go down pit road and make a service. Like the entire field coming down now. Entire field looks like the whole field except for the wrecked cars. They'll probably come down next. Alright. So, pitting now. He's up here first. Let's see. Who's he change? Oh, looks like there's a bit of banging. And actually, the real Xbox Nerd. Wow, it's like very long to go up here road there. There's also some guys with a bit of pretty crunching metal, but oh dear. So the field is pitted, but there is a change in position. There's not much change. But the biggest one is the Really Xbox Nerd. He's still on pit road for a long time. He's still in the final transfer spot. Although now he's a lot more of a dangerous position. And now, oh no! So Bub Wallace is actually still in the final transfer. Wait, is he? No, Danger 6 is not in the final transfer spot. Wow. Someone messed up there. I don't know who it was, but someone fell out of the top 10? I can't quite work out who it was. I think it was... No, it couldn't have been Bell. I don't know. So Garrett Smith, though, out of the race. I guess it's kind of... well, it's not really ironic, but you know, it just so happens that the car with the least amount of logos is the one finishing dead last in general today. But yeah, I can't work out who messed up. I think it was Chris. I don't remember. But Danger 6 is now in the final transfer spot. Danger 6, he's not the speediest driver. In fact, he's pretty low in the standings, although he's only just fast enough to make all the races. But it seemed like he was going to make this one. But now, he might. And so that's on the pace car. So Quinn Half now pulling up here. This car is now pretty broken. And Cole Custer is going to lead them off. Cole Custer, the rookie at Stewart Haas Racing. Hasn't really done much impressive stuff this year, but we can see the change tonight. Green flag is back in the air in the B main at 5 Flag Speedway. So Cole Custer already now taking advantage of this. As Clint Boyer and others trying to get around Quinn Half. Clint Boyer makes it by. A little bit of contact made. The field going nuts. Actually, someone went down pit road, I think. Now the field going pretty crazy. Some guys actually went down pit road already for some reason. They're going absolutely nuts. As now the two Soas Motorsports 1 drivers are now in a side-by-side battle with each other. It has been an insane restart. Clint Boyer actually pitted. He's not going to make the race now. Oh, Quinn out for a bit of a dinks maneuver on Aaron Jones. And actually, Aaron Jones is the guy in second place now. Although Quinn Alp now going high. Actually, Bob Wall's moved up a few spots. So now, the driver in the final transfer spot is now Matt DiBenedetto. He's now under fire from Mr. Lighty's brother. The fellas are going absolutely nuts here. 3 wide, 2 wide action, everything. But Matt DiBenedetto now in the final transfer spot, but is under fire from Mr. Lighty's brother. Mr. Lighty's brother, a back marker, trying to make it into the main event. And he's trying. Look at that. Mr. Lighty's brother. I know he's done the final transfer spot actually. That's Ryan Newman. Ten laps to go. This feels like absolutely insane now. So top 2 is pulled away. Now there's a battle between 3 of these guys now. Bridger getting to battle with Perserp and Bubba Wallace. Still going at it. Looks like all the Soas Motorsports drivers are still going to make it, only just though. Actually, no. Oliver is outside of the final transfer spot. He might not make it now. It seemed everything was right in the world when the cards came out, and now it's changed everything. The top 2 really spread out top 3 now, actually. That's Big Spock's nerd out about with Gridrin. Kevin Harvick getting a piece of these guys as well. And Dangerous Hicks is now inside the top 11. As long as he stays where he is, he will be safe to make it into the A main. And now once again, same number guys against each other. There's Kevin Harvick and Gridrin. Now they're battle with each other. 5 laps to go. This B main has been absolutely insane ever since the caution. This is the restart, I should say. And Kevin Harvick now up to 6, makes overtake on Gridrin. Now Danger 6, he might perform an overtake on Gridrin. Danger 6, he hasn't got the best funded team, and yet here he is, making it into the B main, or making it to the A main, based on pure talent from the B main. That top 5 pretty spread out now. Cole Custer's setting sail. And now Rebecca has actually entered the final transfer spot. Although, she's under fire for Reed Sorensen. 1 more lap to go in the B main. This race coming down to the wire. For who will make the final transfer spot? Rebecca trying her best to make it into the show, but she is under some serious fire from Reed Sorensen. And she's gonna make it. Only just. As Cole Custer will win the B main by quite a distance. Yep. And Rebecca taking a bit of a victory lap for herself as she has now made it into the A main. She was 1 spot away from not making it, but she does. So let's give you your standings. So Cole Custer will win by quite a margin over Eric Jones. Persic coming with 3rd, Bubba Wallace 4th, Relix Bucks 5th, Kevin Harvick 6th, James 6th, 7th, Ryan Blaney 8th, Grugin 9th, Ryan Newman 10th, and Rebecca just barely making it into the A main. So that is your top 11. All those guys will now progress to the A main and will race in the big one. However, the bomb guys, we must say good. Go home. Good. No, it's thanks for trying, but you weren't fast enough. So that honor goes to 12th of Reed Sorensen, Oliver in 13th, Miss Light's brother 14th, Mommy 15th, Matt Bandino 16th, Derper 16th, Christopher Bell Derper 17th, Christopher Bell 18th, Austin Dillon 19th, Joe Legon 20th, Reed Sanchez Jr. 21st, Clint Boyer 22nd, Quinnoff 23rd, Chris Bush 24th, Kyle 25th, Miss Light 26th, and Garrett Smithley in last, who had an accident. So, wow, the Spire Motorsports car. That's kind of just sausagey. How the Spire Motorsports number 77 shows up, they still can't score a single point, despite the fact that they have a pretty good chance to do so. But anyways, that was a pretty chaotic B main. However, it is time to bring on the main event. So let's get set up for that one. And here we are. This is the main event. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. This is the Doritos 500. We have now set the field for the race through heat races, a B main. This is it. This is the one that really matters. This is the one where victory is the most important. So with that being said, let's give you your starting grid for this one. So on the pole for this race is Grudrin, alongside second is Duck, third is Kevin Harvick, fourth is William Byron, fifth is Kurt Busch, sixth is Eric Jones, seventh is Tyler Reddick, eighth is Douglas, ninth is Donald, 10th is Tim Tom, 11th is 11th is Mark Jr., 12th is Cole Custer, 13th is Brad Keselowski, 14th is Kyle Busch, 15th is Blix Box Nerd, 16th is Denny Hamlin, 17th is Frank DeBobbin, 8th is Eric Almirola, 9th is 19th is Chase Elliott, 20th is Russell David, 21st is Alex Bowman, 22nd is Pership, 23rd is Nia, 24th is Rebecca, 25th is Ben Kogis, 26th is Ryan Newman, 27th is Ryan Priest, 28th is Bob Wallace, 29th is Jimmy Johnson, 30th is Daniel Six, and 31st is Ryan Blaney. Yeah, apologies for my stall back. I was just checking to make sure Frank DeBobbin was in the field because he was started so far back. I was wondering, is he not in the field? But no, he is in the field. He's just in 17th for some reason. Oh well. So this is the Doritos 500. This is the one. And actually, some guys that had to make it through the B-man starting pretty far up here. Well, then again, the starting grid is pretty much just randomized. But, you know. Whatever. This is it. The one that counts the most. The reason why we've come to this track in the first place. And fun fact, all but one Solus Motorsports driver made it. The one driver that didn't make it was Oliver. And green flag is in the air for the Doritos 500 at Five Flag Speedway. Bit as usual for Grudrin as he gets all right out to a lead over Harvick and the rest of the field. And the rest of the field already going nuts as Kevin Harvick. I'm trying to pull away from Percy Serp. Eric Jones is there as well. Duck not giving up though. He stays with Eric Jones. Kevin Harvick trying to pull away though. Pull out second. The battle for third is still on between Duck and Eric Jones to start this race. Yeah, Kevin Harvick trying to, well, he's trying anyway to get out of these guys, but Perserp will not let him go. And they're still battling for that third spot. And Doug Ice is going to lose a couple of spots. Wait, was I saying that was Percy Serp before? That was Duck, not Percy Serp. Man, I'm really getting my drivers mixed up tonight. I don't know why that is. But yeah, if I call it Duck, if I said Percy Serp, just replace it with Duck. That's what I meant to say. And so Grudrin, a driver who we haven't really spoken about much this year, is now leading at Five Flag Speedway and has quite a big margin over Kevin Harvick. As Eric Jones is pulled out for fourth, and now we have a caution Already a caution very early on in this race. Wow. As the race only just started, randomly you saw on my pit road, but the race only just started, but the caution is already out at 5 flags. So let's see what I have to bring out this very early race caution. Look at the, oh, actually quite a big crash. Looks like Ryan Newman got involved with, oh no, it was a pretty small crash, all things considered, but we saw this a little bit earlier. This time though, between a couple of combat drivers, as Ryan Newman has actually got stuck in the wall. Wow, let's see that from a alternate angle. So they were going down the back straightaway, and they had Brad Keselowski, who for some reason just turns in, but just turns a little bit too much. He gets into Ryan Newman and just sends him right into the wall. And actually, Newman hit the wall so hard that his car had to get stuck in the wall. That's NROL 2003 physics for you. But Ryan Newman, very early on this race, looks like he might already be out of it. Well, we're early on in the race, but looks like everyone's gonna pity the way. That's like all the front runners coming down. Yep. Each and single one of the front runners. So, pit stop time. So who's gonna make it off first? I was thinking about the pit stops, which was in the B-Main Xbox 360 on pit road for quite a while before getting off. I was like, Grudgeon making the same mistake. Not as bad though, but he still loses a few spots. That's gonna pass the lead over to Kevin Harvick. Actually, Douglas coming back down to pit road for some reason. Actually, a few guys are only just now coming down off pit road. Ryan Preece. Need to wait a little bit. Man, my commentary has not been that great tonight. I do apologize. Anyway. So the field is pitted. Some guys are different positions from others. Keselowski having stamped road for quite a while. Bob Wall's coming back down for some reason. Well, these are guys getting into it with each other for some reason. And now they're just... So Grudgeon spins out Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch now has a broken car. Man, what is going on? We're only 10 laps in, we've already had this much chaos going on. She's still coming back on pit road. Alright. So, are we gonna go lights out this time by? Nope. Oh, yep, never mind. Let's take a little I thought they were gonna go right straight, but no, lights. But whatever. Lights are now out on the pace car. This is it. So, Ryan Preece, who stayed in pit road for a little while than we expected, is actually gonna be up here, and I don't think anyone else is gonna be up here. As he's still in pit road over there. Oh no, here's Keselowski. I was thinking he was going to come back out. Alright, here we go again. So, green flag is back in the air at 5 Flag Speedway. Kevin Harvick gets a flying start. Ryan Preece, a lapped car. Might hold the field a little bit and give Kyle Busch, who comes back onto the racetrack at a very... Oh, he goes up here road. Okay, never mind. I have a Ryan Preece, who's currently being scored for 29th. Not actually battling for anything, although if he can somehow get around Kevin Harvick, he might be back in the lead lap if for another caution were to come out. But Kevin Harvick takes the lead for now. Only Bonner remaining in second. And the car's out back out already. Well, well, well. Well, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. So what happened this time? Actually, it seemed like the caution was out for a while there. Alright, so cause precaution. Oh! Eric NROL this time. Wow. X-Fuel just got stacked up here. 4 cars. Yes, 4 guys' cars get involved in this one. Let's see what happened. This to bring out this caution. We'll look at the helicopter camera for this one. So Eric NROL. Actually, so it gets turned by Percy, sir. But actually, 2 separate incidents happened this time. So you have Donald getting into Tyler Reddick and Percy getting into Eric NROL, and all 4 of them at the wall. Wow, talk about a chain reaction crash. Causes back out again already. Well then, I guess we'll give that another try. You guys pitting, some guys not pitting. I have to get out later. Like all of these are actually coming back down. Also, the slower guys. You know, it looks like Jimmy John's got some damage at some point. So we'll just go to the pace car again and see what happens. Quite a few letdown cars. Now Gridgen was leading at one point. Now he's all the way back down to 27th. So he's passed over to Kevin Harvick. He's about to get. Oh no, he's not getting released. I thought we were gonna release him in front of Duck, but no. Oh, William Byron's stuck on pit road. Man, very crowded pit road. I'd like to put Eric Jones in first. So, now we'll line him up and try again. You know, the heat races were all clean. The B main had only 1 caution. Or 2 cautions, I don't remember. But that was it. I don't know Cole Custer actually being scored for first. Despite having a damaged race car. I don't know if he's going to pit or stay out, but... might be pulling a strategy here. Pace car leads the field for now. That's not out yet. So they're both cruising a couple more laps. Actually, some guys coming down Pivot again. Including Frank DeBalbin. Oh, really? He just came back in and... Okay. No idea what that was for. Alright, let's route this time. So now we'll see who comes up in the bottom lane. Pretty weird first 20 laps in the Doritos 500. And no one's coming down here. That's probably a good thing. And green flag is back in the air at Five Flag Speedway. Yay. Alright, so now it looks like the top of the field doesn't have any slow cars to get time with, so they can now race as much as they want. Cole Custer with a slightly damaged race car, holding the lead for the time being over Eric Jones. This is very early in the race, so anything can happen between now and the checkered flag. But Cole Custer, the rookie, leading. That's a first. Or at least first for the season, anyway. The first in general. And it looks like we're gonna have some more clean. We're gonna get some clean laps in now. So Cole Custer leads Eric Jones, another young driver. now in second, and Kurt Busch, who led a lot of laps at Texas World Speedway, trying to make the comeback in this one. Kevin Harvick going pretty low on the racetrack. I think he's doing bad with William Byron. Byron! But Kevin Harvick succeeds William Byron for right now. Here's Racebox 32. Is actually running for position after having to make it to the A main to the B main. He's now up here running in 4th. And Racebox 32, he hasn't had the best results this year, but looks like he's going to try to turn that around today. And the field getting pretty quiet now. I guess with all the crashing from earlier, the field doesn't really want to make any big moves now. Especially with how early it is in the race. Oh, here Jones gonna go high. I don't know what that was for, but Eric Jones went high, which allows Kurt Busch to get underneath him. Bit of a weird move. I don't really know where that came from. But Kurt Busch about to make it around Eric Jones. And he does. I was a bit skinning there. How are they going to check that out? No caution, but let's actually see what happened back there, because there's some skid marks on the wrist like that. Looks like they were just planted there. So let's just look and just see what happened to cause that. And oh, looks like Russell David getting some action with Kyle Busch, who actually came off the road, and they touch each other, and they spin and they beat and bang. Russell David not having that good of a day today, although neither is his teammate Freund Obama, was having an even worse day, it seems like. Very unorthodox day for some of these drivers. Anyway, not Cole Custer. Eric Jones continuing to lose some spots as the Real Xbox Nerd is going to take 3rd. I think. Yeah. Took a while for the field up there, but yes, the Real Xbox Nerd has now progressed up to 3rd place. It's really the best that Real Xbox Nerd has looked this season. Pause. Got that from the video, whatever. I'm gonna have to tell him after this race. Okay. Let's go back a bit. Alright. And continue. Okay, so that was a... Me not noticed it, but I had to cut the video there because there was a bit of a thing going on. Or at least I thought it was anyway. So the Xbox Nerd is up to third. That actually kind of rhymes. The real Xbox Nerd is up to third. How did I not say that once last season? Or... I don't know when went. No, whatever. Anyway, so he's up to third now. And Kurt Busch. And one thing, another thing I just realized, that Kurt Busch is actually chasing down the car that he used to drive. Because remember, Kurt Busch did at one point drive this 41 car. However, now the honor has gone over to Cole Custer. So Kurt Busch is now chasing down the car that he used to drive. I feel getting pretty quiet now. Well, at least up front anyway. Eric Jones lost quite a few spots now. Because he was up there. But I don't know what's going on with him, but he just hasn't been able to rebound. Strange. And I just saw the lights on the pace car. Yep, the caution is out again. Donald with a blown up race car. We have yet another caution in the Doritos 500. That's the third one of the day. We got quite a few clean laps in, but I guess that only lasted a little while. So, caution is back out again. And you saw it before. But let's take a closer look. You know, turn 3 seems to be a pretty prominent corner for crashes. I mean, we saw 2 crashes in the beam that happened there. We've seen 2 spins. Oh, Froito Bobbin got involved too. Wow. Of all drivers to get involved in an accident with someone else, it's Froito Bobbin getting into it with Donald for some reason. Donald actually already had a severely wrecked race car. Froito Bobbin just goes too far down low to Donald, and then they crash both of them into the wall. Wow. Froito Bobbin especially pounds the outside wall, but Donald hits the wall hard enough to blow his engine. Man, Froito Bobbin, what is up with him today? I mean, he won the heat race. And this isn't Froito Bobbin at all. Is that like the only race that he planned on winning today? Because now it comes to the main event, the one that actually matters, and he's just been terrible today. The field now, put him on pit road again as Kyle Busch tries to weasel his way through these guys. Also, the back runner staying out though. So, another pit stop. We're not even 100 laps to go, and we've already had so much going on. This may be a long race, and I just heard more destruction. Wait, hang on a moment. I'm pretty sure I just heard more destruction just happen. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Yeah, it's not important. Who cares? I guess I'm just hearing things. Anyway, so Bill coming up the road now. Cole Custer, who actually had the lead before, is going to keep the lead. Alright. And he comes back down pit road again. Okay. Well, never mind. Governor Eric staying out this time. Very weird race today. The truck race was nowhere near this way. I mean, I think there was a couple cautions. Yeah, there was a couple cautions in the main event for the truck race. But other than that was a pretty normal race, this race. I don't know if it has to do with the cars, the drivers, but no one seems to be themselves today. Well, at least Russell David can capitalize on this and perhaps get a good finish today. Only some of the field's up here. I'm saying more of the field's caught up now. Even though everyone's in a weird position. I think we'll just keep the focus on the pace car for now. Okay, lights out this time. So pretty soon we're going back green flag racing once again. Quite a few guys in the inside line though. That might be a problem. Also, David though up to 6th. Really, ever since Texas Motor Speedway, or Texas Motor Speedway, that was his only like good performance this year. And again, there's a lot of races this year, so who knows? And green flag is in the air once again. What's gonna happen now? Well, here's a nice thing with the top line. So there was some side damage or some kind of side damage on William Byron's car now glitching out. And William Byron actually gonna pull out ahead of Kevin Harvick. So hey, if there would have been another caution, Byron could get back on the lead lap like that. I hear more door slamming. Anyway, Kevin Harvick now in first. Now the field getting quite crazy back here. This is actually battle here now. This is his 4th position. As now Reddick and Mercedes Jr. going absolutely nuts. But Reddick trying to stay ahead. Reddick, another rookie, with a pretty broken race car as a result of what's happened tonight. I think it seems like most of these guys have broken race cars now. But Tyler Reddick up to 3rd. Now battling now for 4th. Chase Taylor, March Jr. going at with each other. Look at him. Ooh. This is interesting. Oh no, Reddick, he's actually up to 2nd now. Yeah, Reddick up to 2nd. This is, oh dear. These lap cars are so confusing now. Alright, so Chase Sully actually going to successfully make it around Marcus Jr. He's actually good for these guys in points. Although Nia, now she's trying to overtake Marcus Jr. Oh, Russell David getting into a bit of contact with Ryan Preece. A pair of rookies in the Chevy camp. Although one's actually racing for a position while the other is a lap down. So David now stuck in 6th. So Kevin Harvick, who's leading the race, he's got some damage, it looks like. At least on one side. This place is playing with the riffraff, like he... Harvick. So it looks like he's trying to get around Byron, but he can't. So Bubba Walls, another lap down car sticking with him. So William Byron is now the last car on the lead lap in 18th. So hey, if another caution were to come out, that would be Byron's chance to make it back onto the lead lap. And same thing if Bubba Wallace can overtake Kevin Harvick, who's going to try to do here. Bubba Wallace also trying to become the last car on the lead lap. Look at him. And Bubba Wallace obviously made it to this race because he made it through the B main. Now he's in the race itself, he's doing some interesting things. And this is actually allowing Tyler Reddick to keep up with these guys. So, hey, maybe it was a teammate thing, because RCR does have that alliance with Richard Petty Motorsports. And Kevin Harvick slowing up, or Bubba Wallace slowing up Kevin Harvick has helped Tyler Reddick keep up. And Tyler Reddick is going to try to go to the inside of Kevin Harvick. Reddick and Harvick, the K's, are at it. Oh no, Reddick, though, going to get held up by Bubba Wallace. Although Chase Elliott is getting into it with these guys. Man, this is some good racing now. Oh, Elliott gets close to the rear end of Tyler Reddick. And they're still trying to battle. And Tyler Reddick attempting to get around Kevin Harvick for the lead. Tyler Reddick, the rookie, will lead a lap at Five Flags Speedway. As Kevin Harvick losing a few spots, and Nia has gone into these guys as well. Man, Nia, she still has yet to win a race in any NRL series. And here she is about to overtake Kevin Harvick for second. Nia, the young driver out of Kenya, is now running in second at Five Flags Speedway. How about that? This is really her first good run of the year. Tyler Reddick, though, has pulled out to a bit of a sizable lead on Nia. And Bo Wallace, it looks like he's picked up the pace. Alright. So Tyler Reddick, the rookie driver for Richard Childress Racing, is now leading. Kevin Harvick, though, not giving up. Ryan Preece there as well, lap down car. Oh, Harvick, he might be trying to get around Nia again. And the caution's back out again. I heard crunching in the wall. Caution is out again. Just as we were getting some more clean laps in. I mean, we did. But once again, this is going to change things. So, let's see what happened to out this one. Once it came out the point where the pace got to come out right away. Another crash here, this time involving Kyle Busch. And also the Relix Boxer and Rebecca getting into these guys as well. Oh, wow. Oh, that might be the end of the day for... nope. Wow, so they get hit in the front end, but I guess not hard enough to take him out. Because Cowboy seems to be known on that glitch run where he just pits and stuff. It's a weird bug in Air 2003, but anyway. So if you look here, so he just comes up on the racetrack, where's Rebecca coming down on the track. And then gets into Relix Boxer, and the three get involved. Wow. Man, oh man. Looks like that's not going to be enough to take Cowboys out of this race. And unfortunately... Oh. But that is... Wow. Kyle Busch might be done for the day. And as the front of the field comes down pit road once again. And hey, that means Bo Wallace is going to be the last car on the lead lap. And it's same for Byron. That'll be interesting. Alright, so let's see how this changes things up. Under caution, lap number 69. Nice. Man, Five Flags Speedway. You know, we didn't even see that many torn up trucks yesterday. But this race has been chaotic. So Tyler Reddick, though, he came on the pit road in first, and he will lead pit road in first. So Tyler Reddick still in it to win it. We're seeing some incredible racing here, though. Maybe a little bit too incredible. Yeah, maybe the racing has been a little bit too much, but... So Priest, who was a lap down, might get a shot here to get his lap back. Because now that Bubba and Byron, they got their laps back, so they're now going to be at the tail end of the lead lap, which is good for them. This light's not out yet, so we'll skip a lap. The light's out on the pace car. So Ryan Priest is going to pull up here immediately as expected. Same for Gridgen and a lot of these guys, actually. Man, what's up with Froito Bobbin? His day has been terrible. Meanwhile, he's not too far away from his teammate Russell David, who's currently running in 5th. So we got Russell David, who's having one of the best races of his career, and then you have his teammate Froito Bobbin that, for some reason, just isn't himself today. Well, anyway, it is time to go again. And green flag is back in the air. And Tyler Reddick already making haste and immediately takes away the lead. Ryan Priest keeping up with him though. He wants to get his lap back because he's still speedy. Ryan Priest, another rookie. Coming back here, Kevin Harvick is getting shoved high a bit. As now Gridgen, who is actually lapped down, now holding some of these guys up. Go back here, you have Froito Bobbin, who's actually starting to hold up his teammate, Russell David. Froito Bobbin should be smarter than this, though. Not every day that you're getting beaten up by your rookie teammate. Although for a moment, he's still trying to keep up with these guys, though. He doesn't really mean anything, because Froito Bobbin is all the way back down 25th. I don't know, I guess he's still speedy, and he wants to show it. And yeah, he is actually running for position. So, Nia trying to keep up with these guys. Ryan Priest keeping up with Tyler Reddick. So if Ryan Priest could just get close enough, he could overtake Tyler Reddick and get his lap back. Because Priest is... okay, he is only one lap down. So if he could just pass Reddick, he could get his lap back. You know, back here, so Nia just pulling away in 3rd. And Russell David has actually made his way past a lot of these guys now. We didn't quite see it, but Russell David now up to 4th. Russell David, this is his first Cup race on a short track. And here he is. Running the best he's ever ran since Texas. Texas Motor Speedway, to be more precise. So Gridgen a lap down as well. Here's another one who might be trying to get their lap back. Well, does at least help out Tyler Reddick's case for now, as Reddick has this humongous gap between him and Nia. 2 seconds. So Tyler Reddick, though, he's got a lot of laps to go still. Like, we're only just past the halfway point in this race. So there's still a lot of time for there to be some kind of mistake or something to go wrong. So another caution comes out. Or he gets involved, and worse still, he gets involved in an accident. You never know. So Gridgen, though, slowly but surely keeping on with these guys. As now Russell Davis trying to keep up with these guys as well. And Russell David, his season just hasn't been that good. Like, he just can't seem to catch a break this season. In either Cup or the Siemens Nationals. Like, he's had occasionally good performances, but just mostly just hasn't been that good. But now, this has become one of those races where Russell David is actually pretty good. Well, right now, the best driver happens to be another rookie, Tyler Reddick, who he did win one Siemens National Series race last year. And maybe he could have won more, but although last season, you know, he had some other guys to contend with, which were just generally faster than he was. Including Priest, who happens to be the guy trying to overtake him and get his lap back. Well, the action in front is pretty quiet as of right now. Although second, third, and fourth trying to get a bit closer to each other. So Russell David, though. Wow, I'm not talking about him, but he's still keeping up with these guys. Not much change, though. As of right now, must be honest. But the field has gone pretty quiet up front. So we'll have to wait and see. So let's see what's going on with the midfield, though. And not much. Fun to bomb is losing spots, though. Bancoji just got shoved the wrist by Jimmy Johnson, who's a lap down. Oh, Bancoji's getting held up by his teammate in Law, throwing to Bombin. Not that good of an idea. Oh dear. William Byron, though, you know, he was a lap down. He's now up in 13th. How about Byron making the comeback in this race? At one point he was a lap down, but he started up front, got past the leader, and then he got in front, the caution came out, and now he's up in 12th. Anyway, Blaine having the best of days. Yeah, he had quite a run of good races. Oh, good contact made there. Also, lap traffic is about to become a thing now, and by that I mean lap traffic that Reddick is about to overtake. Because he had a lap car, for a while there, he had a lap car on his rear bumper, Ryan Priest trying to get around him, but now, it looks like Reddick has got some lap cars to overtake for himself. And that's Eric NROL, who won just the last race, and Brad Keselowski, who... Keselowski's been good this year. Not today, though. So Reddick trying to chase them down now. Actually, Priest, he's now got Virgin behind him. I feel in general just starting to spread out. Although with this lap traffic, this will make things rather interesting. As now they're having their own battle. Even they're not even on the same lap. Because you have Almirola battling Keselowski. Almirola's actually 2 laps down on Keselowski. So they're not even racing for anything at this point. So Reddick, though, those back markers were not usually back markers. I mean, heck, these two guys, they've won races this year, one apiece. Oh, Priest, though, and Gudrun doing some rather interesting things now. So we've got 2 previous winners from this season. Right now, just in front of someone who still has yet to win a race in their Cup career. Tyler Reddick, the rookie, in his 9th Cup start. Trying to find victory lane tonight. Let's see how long until he gets up to those lap cars. He might actually have to pit before this race is over. Oh, they pitted so much. It would seem like Reddick, he might just be able to make it all the way to the end, but I'm not sure. His lap times are getting slower, though. And that really has a lot to do with worn tires. Alright, let's get a pretty broken race car. And now these two guys are now side by side with each other. They're just having their own fun battle. As now Brad Keselowski is now stuck on the high line. So Tyler Reddick gonna have to do some awkward stuff now. Just to get around him. And it makes it cleanly past Keselowski. Same for Preece. So this quote-unquote battle is now being broken up thanks to the leaders and Preece, who happens to be a faster car. Oh, they've made it around Keselowski. Can they make it around Almirola now? So they've made it around the winner from All Club. Now, pretty soon they're going to have to get around the guy who just won the race last week. Some guys on pit road, actually, so players might be pitting soon. Luckily, the race has been clean ever since the most recent crash, which was quite a while ago now. Greg, though, he's led it quite a number of laps today. Oh, Preece, though, actually lost a little bit of ground. Oh, Gurdon coming up pit road. So pit stops looks like they can be occurring soon. Strike, he's led all these laps. Question now is, will he still be in the lead after pit stops? So he stays out this time. All those lap times are getting lower and lower. Or no, I should say higher, I mean. But you know what I mean. Oh, Real Xbox Nerd actually made it around. Oh, he's on fresher tires, actually. That makes sense. That's like the truck race where... Oh, here comes Reddick, though. Now pitting, along with Ryan Preece. So he's going to give the lead over to one of these guys. I can't quite tell, actually. Oh, Russell David has passed the lead over to him. As he's now to pit. Alright, so let's go back over to Reddick now. Silver Road. Nah, he probably just got on. He just got on here. So it's Russell David. Tyler Reddick now off of pit road. So Cole Custer currently being scored for first. However, I don't think it'll be too long from now until Reddick gets scored back in the lead. Let's take out Custer anyways. He's just come off of pit road right now. In fact, I think he's... Oh no, never mind. I thought for a second that maybe Custer had the lead, but no. Reddick has now cycled back into first. Although, the Real Xbox Nerd, what's he doing up here in second? I have no idea what happened, but it seems to me that the Real Xbox Nerd has managed to cycle into second. As Tyler Reddick, who still has the lead, now he's getting around Eric Almirola. So now Tyler Reddick on fresh tires. What can he do here? So Riddick actually now has a bit more of a comfortable lead, but the real Xbox nerd, he's getting caught up in the riff-raff. Actually losing quite a few spots, or quite a lot of ground now, I should say. Not spots, but, you know. Anyway. So Riddick now actually has a sizable gap. It seemed for a second that the real Xbox might have had a shot to overtake Riddick, but no. Due to lap traffic, it's just separated by a long shot, yeah. So Tyler Reddick now trying to pull out to a 2-second gap on the real Xbox nerd. So Reddick has completed his pit stop. No one else in front of him can pit. So that's it. All Reddick now needs to do is keep it clean all the way to the checkered flag. I hope it doesn't a cause doesn't come out. Because, man, if a cause were to come out right now, it would probably change everything. Unless these guys don't pit. Even then, though, it might still cause quite the impact on the race. As of right now, though, Reddick, he's the one. "25 laps to go at Five Flags Speedway." So Christopher Bell won the opening round as a rookie in just his first official start, as in the first big race he's ran. Just because Bell did run the duels, but then he ran the race and actually did well. Although since then, Bell's season has been plummeting. Quite a lot like Trevor Bayne in 2011. But this happens to be not the first race of the year. It's race number 9, and Riddick, in his 9th start, might just win. So you have a few lap cars here. Got Eric Jones, you have Danger 6 in 19th, and Ryan Priest might actually use his opportunity to overtake Danger 6. So I think that's for position. Yep, that is for position. So Ryan Priest trying to find a way around Danger 6. I'm surprised he hasn't done so already. I think for the longest time Danger 6 was actually on the lead lap, but then stuff happened in the race, and since then he hasn't quite been able to make a comeback. And the Xbox nerd is a long way back now. Almost 4 seconds back from Tyler Reddick. Man, as long as Reddick doesn't make a mistake, this is his race to win. But we still have... It feels like we have a long way to go. And we really don't. We have less than 20 laps to go. So those guys are going to start winding down. And Reddick, though, he is just pulling away from the Xbox nerd every single lap. The guy gets more. Now he's 4.6 seconds ahead. 4.9 seconds now, actually. So Tyler Reddick has a huge gap on the real Xbox nerd. Like, he's almost 5 seconds out in front. Actually, it's more than 5 seconds, almost 6 now. And I don't know what's up with Xbox nerd, but he just... I mean, those lap times are just genuinely slower, though. Like Tyler Reddick, he seems to be setting 16.8s, whereas Xbox nerd is setting 17.2s. So, Xbox nerd is just generally slower. I'm not sure what it is, but the real Xbox 3 is just so much slower than Reddick right now. Like, it's not even a close race anymore. And it looks like now Nia is about to overtake the real Xbox nerd. who was in second for a while, but now going to lose a spot to Nia. Although Nia now looking coming home second, which is still very good for her. Because Nia also hasn't had the best performance this year, but now he's about to come home in second. And Rick Boxer, despite a slow pace, still going to come home third if he can stay ahead of Chase Elliott for another 11 laps. Chase Elliott, your winner from Las Vegas. Now running in fourth. And fifth. And Russell David. While he may be a long ways out from the guy in first, second place or sixth place is still very good considering how low Russell David is in points. And considering the way his car looks. We also got Rebecca running in sixth. Looks like she's also finally going to get a good finish this year. However, Tyler Reddick is the star of the show tonight. Now with a 7.5 second gap on Nia. Oh, what's this? Oh no! Is that a caution? It's a caution! Oh dear! The caution has come out! Wow! That was not what Reddick needed. He had pulled out to a huge gap, but all that is now gone. As Bubba Wallace gets spun, and once again turn 3 is an accident, so it's you know what it is. And Bubba Wallace just gets turned by Ryan Blaney. Just one of the best of friends. I don't know why that happened. But man, that was not what Reddick is needed. Or what Reddick needed. That 7.5 second gap over Nia, all gone. Not gonna pit though. And really, you don't need to pit this late in the game. But Reddick though, whew. With only a handful of laps to go in this race. And he's still got a bit of a gap. And actually, the Real Xbox Nerd has somehow fallen all the way back down to 22nd. So Real Xbox Nerd not even in contention to win anymore. Although Nia still running in second. She's going to be right behind Tyler Reddick on the restart, I think. Looks like none of the front runners are pitting. There's some guys that are pitting, but no one up front. In fact, really the only one that pitted was Bud Wallace and Jim Johnson and a couple others, but yeah. So we're going to have 4 laps to go. Although it looks like, you know, looks like we're not going to go double final this time. I guess because we're so late in the game. So Tyler Reddick still going to have a bit of a gap to Nia, so maybe this isn't so bad for him. Yeah. I think this is it. So we're going to have 4 laps to... Oh. Never mind, lights are back on the pace car. I don't know what happened. Okay, now lights are out. Oops. Oh, weren't lights out the first time? I think they were. Well then, we're going to have 3 laps to go this time by. Not 2. Fine, lights will come back out again. Alright, now this time for real, the lights are out. So Tyler Reddick has the lead. This is it. 3 laps to go at Five Flags Speedway. Reddick has a pretty comfortable gap on Nia, thanks to the lap cars. All he has to do now is not make a mistake. Here he comes. 2 laps to go for Tyler Reddick. He's still got almost a second gap over Nia, thanks to a lap traffic. So Tyler Reddick just trying to stay in front of these guys now. And here he comes. White flag, 1 more up to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Reddick has been the star of the show ever since the restart. He took the lead, and he never looked back. And through the final corner, all for the final corner indeed, Tyler Reddick will win the Doritos 500 Five Flag Speedway to score his first career NRL Skittles Cup Series win. And the Xbox Nerd made up a couple spots apparently. Actually, there was a spin. But the spin came out at a very good time for Reddick, as he is now your winner. First time winner. You know, I think it's actually just the third first time winner this season in just 9 races. We had Christopher Bell in the opening round, then we had Chase Elliott at Las Vegas. And now another first time winner in the Cup Series, Tyler Reddick, the rookie out of Richard Childress Racing, will win it. How about that? Although before we give you the finishing grid, there was a bit of a late spin. So let's actually look back and see what happened. Oops, wrong one. Ah, dang it. And I messed it all up. Whoopsies. Okay, this time. Okay, none. So let's see what happened here. Because there was smokes. There was some kind of last lap accident or spin or something. Oh, Russell. Wow. And actually, I think the crash happened and the foul up just as Reddick. Yeah. Wow. Right as Reddick was coming to the checkered flag to win the race, there's a crash as Russell David gets involved. Wow. On the last lap, too, he gets into Prairie Serp, crashes into the outside wall. Wow. He was running 5th. Wow, very disappointing end of the day for Russell David, though. Oh, well. So the very good end of the day for Tyler Reddick, as he wins for the first time in his Cup Series career. How about that? And also first win for Richard Childress Racing in quite a little while now. That's pretty cool. So Reddick is a winner tonight at Five Flag Speedway. Did Austin Dillon race tonight, by the way? I haven't seen Austin Dillon all tonight. Maybe. Hope I didn't forget to add him into the grid. Oops, I'm gonna have to check that. But anyway, so Tyler Reddick is gonna come home with the victory in this one, with Chase Elliott coming home 2nd. Very good night for him as well. Dame coming home 3rd, Neo 4th, Tim Tom 5th, Douglas 6th, Marcus Jr. 7th, William Byron 8th, Russell David 9th. Okay, well, alright, well, I guess that's lucky for him. So Russell David, despite his crash, only gonna lose out on 4 spots, which all things considered isn't too bad. I mean, yeah, it's not as much as Russell David won, but no, 9th place. It's actually still solid. So that was good timing for Russell David. Stage 6 coming home in 10th, Ryan Priest 11th, Bud Wallace 12th, Rebecca 13th, Cole Costa 14th, Kurt Busch 15th, Kevin Harvick 16th, Ben Koch 17th, Duck 18th, Richard 19th, Rick Buckner 20th, Eric Jones 21st, Brad Stouser 22nd, Jimmy Johnson 23rd, Prairie Serp 24th, Brian Blaine 25th, Florida Bobbin 26th, Eric Emerald 27th, Donald 28th, Kyle Busch 29th, Alex Bowman 30th, and Ryan Newman around the field in 31st. So Russell David, and I thought that was going to be the end of his day, but no, it looks like he's only going to finish in 9th, which, all things considered, isn't too bad. That could have been a much worse end of the day for Russell David, but he's going to lose out on 4 spots as Boots Museum. I mean, 5th still would have been nice, but he's going to lose out on a few points, so it's not terrible. Like, considering what happened, it could have been worse. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's all from Five Flag Speedway. Now, we're not gonna be too far away until we do all the sea stuff again. But next couple weekends, don't worry, we're gonna be regular racing once again, because we'll actually be able to get the whole field on track. So anyway, that was a pretty interesting race. But Reddick, once he told the show, he never looked back, and he is now your winner. First time winner in the Cup Series now as well. But anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.